Alright, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to Games Estates. It's Gordo here, and today we are doing another Ylands ship tour. Now, with the ship tour, right, this ship is actually called the Sanctuary by an actual designer called Sophie, or her name is Sophie72, right? And she's actually a subscriber to the channel. So first off, thank you, Sophie, for subscribing to the channel, and well, let's honestly just jump right into this. So she actually gifted me this on Ylands, I don't know, maybe a couple days ago, and she calls this the Sanctuary. Now, this ship is actually built on a junk ship platform. Honestly, I suck at building on junk ships. You know me, I always like to go for the big stuff, like the, like the steam ships, the metal ships, the giant wooden pirate ships. So off the bat, it's actually really impressive that she was able to build a giant vessel off of the junk ship platform. Now, with the Sanctuary, right, let's actually talk about the colors. Now, you have pretty much light on dark, and I honestly think it's a really neat, really creative, and overall just like a unique design, right? I can't personally do this because I'm not talented enough for that. However, she actually managed to make it look really, really neat. So, looking all the way at the back, or the aft end of the ship, she actually managed to put the name of the ship on the vessel itself, on the skin of the ship. This actually kind of goes with old naval traditions of placing the names of your vessel on the aft end of the ship. Old pirate ships used to do that. Modern naval vessels, modern cargo ships, all of them like to do that now. So it's a really nice little, I guess you could say like a really nice callback to the old traditions. Now, let's go all the way over to the front, right, or to the fore end of the ship. I really like the design with the goldenrod and the even the little flowers on the side. And I am a fan of like the more simple, smaller things, like for example, putting a lamp attached to what looks like a chain link, and it looks really, really nice. Now, you'll also notice over here this really sweet design. It looks like, honestly, just looks like a bunch of gold chains wrapped with a really nice design. And looking inside, I think that's the engine room. Okay, that's pretty cool. So this is an engine room with a nice view up front. And don't worry, we'll actually check out the inside of the ship here in a moment. Now, on the sides, these look like, so this is actually one of the entrances of the ship, right? But it actually looks like one of the old paddle boats, or like the old steamships that used to have like giant paddles on the sides. I have to admit, it's pretty creative that it looks like that, but its main function obviously is to help you get back on the boat. Now, let's actually get back onto the weather decks. Now, I did have to kind of go back and delete some small things, like a couple nice lanterns that were here, a couple purple lanterns. Even had to delete a lantern on this side of the boat. And, of course, in my ultimate knowledge of building, I accidentally deleted a post that was right here. So, the reason for that, my computer tends to kind of run a little bit slow or a little bit laggy when it comes to Ylands. However, on the original design, she does have a couple purple lanterns on the post back here, plus I think it was like a green lantern over here on this post. And on top of the sails, she actually has another waving flag. I think it was like the coffee design flag, which again, I'm a fan of coffee. I drink that stuff almost constantly, and I really I would honestly have it up there. Now, speaking of the sails, we actually look closely. We have a couple crow's nests that I honestly really can appreciate. Now, let me see how. Oh, cool! So you can actually stand on top of the crow's nests. I honestly never knew that. That's actually pretty cool. So going down back onto the weather decks. Now, when I use the term weather decks, it's pretty much any deck on the ship that's exposed to the weather. I know that's pretty smart aleck of me, but well, who cares? So going back to the quarterdeck area. Traditionally, the quarterdeck on the old sailing vessels was like where you would have the helm, where you would have the command deck type of stuff. However, Sophie, using what looks like, okay, cool, suitcase sofas, a couple barrels, even a nice coffee table right here in the middle. Even a nice little rug. Look at that. I'm not sure what these are. I think they were like fences maybe or something. But she actually made this look like a really neat little, whatchamacallit, a really neat little lounge. And me personally, I think it looks really cozy like that. I really like the very unique designs that kind of go away from traditions without actually like destroying traditions. And by that, I mean, usually this would be like where you would have your helm and stuff like that. However, she actually changed it up and made it pretty much like a nice little area to relax. And when you're at sea, just sit down, have a coffee. I gotta say, 10 out of 10 on the design. So, going over here on the deck of the ship, we have a few wooden barrels on both sides, providing you with some really good storage. Coming up over here toward the more forward end of the ship, you actually have a nice little navigation table. So let's go ahead and open that up. So you have a nice little navigation table, and so I didn't claim the ship yet, so I'm not officially the owner. We're at, what does it say? Speed, anchored. So the depth, so it actually has a depth meter and I guess a fuel gauge. I guess we'll find that out when we actually look. But going over here to the forward end of the ship, I have to admit, I really like how this looks. It's a weird combination of like spaceship cockpit as well as just, whatchamacallit, like the helm of the ship, of a regular sailing ship. I can't talk today. Bear with me here. But over here, you have your anchor lever. You have your speedometer, your sonar. Am I standing on the... Yeah, I'm standing on the damn wheel. Sorry. You also have your... What is this? The depth meter, right? So your depth meter or depth gauge, whatever you want to call it. And it says throne. You should even have added a little captain ship. Captain ship? Jeez. Captain seat. Captain seat. I am not talking today. But this overall area actually looks really, really nice. And honestly, it looks pretty freaking cool. So let's actually go inside, right? So you'll see all the energy lines over here. There's a reason for that. There's always a reason. So going down the nifty little ladder, let me actually go ahead and close that up. So going down here, pretty much you can live in the ship if you wanted to, right? So you can actually, on both starboard and port sides, you can actually go up the ladders, go up the rope ladders, and what do we have inside? I'm definitely curious. Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. So the small kitchen counters, right? So she added the small kitchen counters. They look like just regular storage compartments. I guess that's what these are too, right? Yep. So these look like a whole locker room almost. I really, really like that. What else we got here? So we got a unlit blacksmithing forge. Is this something? Wait, what was this? Anvil? Ah, we'll figure it out. So we have the blacksmith forge down there, a smelting furnace right on top of it. Over here you have the powered energy stove. Here's the hull integrity meter. The tells you just, the damage that your ship's taken. What do we have here? So this is the charging station. Recharge everything in range. I don't know how to work that personally, but it's honestly, it looks pretty cool. And it's weird because the ship is a nice combination of like old sailing ship and modern technologically advanced ship. And it all like functions at the same time. It all like works well together. Now, you also have the tanning rack over here. You have a weaving loom. And if you want to sacrifice something to the gods, you also have an alchemy table. Convenient. You also have a reinforced box right above it, providing extra storage. And honestly, it looks pretty cool. It kind of works. You know what I mean? So, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. What is this back here? Is it... Oh, that's my caps. Okay, so you have a nice mineral basket. Oh, geez. Okay, I had a little bit of lag there. So you have a mineral basket. I saw this earlier. What is this? Oh, so these are a bunch of toolboxes on this nifty looking little shelf. I have to admit, this is pretty clever, how she did this. I'm honestly not clever enough for that. So let's go over here to the forward end. Okay, so here's the engine room that we saw earlier. First off, that looks really nice. And we are actually going to sail the ship a little bit and kind of look around while we're sailing. So we have the, what is this? The big Ylandium engine. Now, I actually have a couple of these on my Navy ship build. So here's the charging station. Yeah, I'm saving. So here's the charging station. Here's the big Ylandium engine. I freaking love this. So you have all your Ylandium power packs. This actually came with the ship itself, so you're ready to go. You can go ahead and kickstart your sail. Nice little toolbox at the bottom, and a bunch of little power cells, power packs. This is clever. So she actually took one of the, whatchamacallit, tall modern cabinet, flipped them on the side, and actually looks like a regular built-in storage piece. I love how it's like, it's so subtle, but it's not like, it's not standing out. It actually just looks natural, right? So that's actually pretty cool. So getting past the little bit of lag, which I will eventually figure out. I just clicked on the tanning rack. Dang it. Oh, cool. I have no idea how to work any of this. I am, I'll admit, when it comes to survival, I'm kind of a noob on Ylands. So, going all the way to the back. Yep, I was hoping we'd have this. So, here's the captain's stateroom, right? And it just all looks natural. You got small kitchen counters over here. What do we got? Potion holder, medical bag. A couple neat little paintings. Here's the fuel meter. Huh, that's interesting. So, if you want to, like, just kind of start sailing and then you want to come back here, lay down, relax, you can at least keep tabs on all of your, on all your fuel. What do we got else? So, I really hate the fact that the wind is actually visible. I'm pretty sure there's a setting that can change that. But we also have, okay, old seed packet pad, or, geez, seed packet box, sea life jar. Huh, keychain. Wonder what that's good for. Obviously, to hold keys. Shut up. But you also got, let's see, some ammo belts. Ooh, gold pouch. A nice little flower. Or plant, whatever you want to call it. So here's the... So she put an ornate bed. Let's see. Another mineral basket, more unlit stoves, and... I do like the little chandelier design up top. Alright. So... excuse me. So that's the overall... whatchamacallit. That's the overall tour of the stateroom. And... there's so much to unpack on this ship, and I honestly really love it. So, let me go ahead and recharge everything we got here. Go up top, and the sun is already freaking setting. So, let's actually go back, and let's actually test out the bed. So, I'm going to close that. We're going to go all the way up. Nope, wrong way. I'm a noob. Go all the way to the back. Go all the way aft. And let's go to bed. So, we're going to wait till, I don't know, mid-morning, a little before noon. That should be good. Yep, that'll be good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and head up topside, and my mouse is screwing up. So, let's go ahead and head up topside, and let's get things rolling, or sailing. Ah, you know what I mean. Alright, so stop. Oh yeah, I was still in editing mode, wasn't I? So let's go ahead and start swaying a little bit. Weigh anchor. Let's sail. Oh, wait, wrong button. So, this is actually a fairly fast vessel. It could also be because the wind is working in my favor this time. And I'm kind of going a little too fast. So, let's go ahead and look around while the ship is sailing, swaying, whatever you want to call it. It's a little bit laggy, but I honestly trust that everyone else has a better computer than I do. So, let's actually look up. It almost reminds me of Sea of Thieves a little bit. I also just realized that there's a little decorative lantern right there. That's actually really, really neat. And let's see. So sitting on our little captain's seat. It honestly looks like a really... oh my gosh, my face cam was screwing up so bad. So, just from like initial judgments, it looks like a really neat, comfortable vessel, right? So let's actually stand up for a second and let's test out the handling. Also, can you hear my neighbor? He's now blowing all of his grass and all that stuff, and bad timing for recording, my man. So, pretty sharp, pretty sharp turning radius. That's pretty cool. I don't know if the junk ship already does that, to be honest, but either way, it's really helpful, and it looks like a genuine live aboard ship. I really like it. Alright, we are going fast, and I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm kind of dizzy myself. Oh my gosh. Alright, so, overall, let me actually go ahead and place this back into editing, just so we can stand still for a second. Alright, so, overall, I really like the ship. Sophie did a great job, and she actually gave me a couple other designs I'll be showing off down the line. But this overall ship, I have to say, I really like it. I do not regret doing a video on this. And one thing that I actually want to do, right? So one thing that I actually want to do is, not the camera. Let me show you. And number 3. Okay, cool. So, this right here is our official Games Estates ship registry. So every time we do a ship tour, I'm going to actually add a new ship to this. This is a really cool thing so we can remember. Well, I say we can remember, so I can remember, because I do plan on doing a lot more tours, and I am going to forget. I'm going to forget which blueprint I have. But the very first ship that I'm adding to this registry will be Sophie 72's The Sanctuary. This is really awesome, and I do want to actually add more ships and more vessels and all that down the line. So, congratulations, Sophie 72. You are the first ship on our official channel ship registry. And if you, or if anyone actually has a ship that they would like to share, or, you know, would like to actually see showcased, you can actually add me on Ylands Games Estates, right? I'll have it obviously in the description below. If you have a vessel, or if you have a design you would like to show off, you can actually add me on Ylands, and I'll be able to definitely make a video. And you tell me what you want to, you know, you tell me what you want to be showcased, and I'll gladly do it. But first off, if you guys get a chance, please go ahead and download the Sanctuary. You'll find it in the Blueprint browser. And let me scratch my ear for a second. Again, thank you so much to Sof72 for showing off, or sharing the ship for me for the next video. And again, I really like it. 1,200 coins on the Blueprint browser. If you guys have anything you would like to actually show off, add me on Ylands Games Estates, and let's work something out. Let's have fun together. Speaking of working together, if you guys did like the video, please remember to like and subscribe for the next video. I have a good list of ships I actually want to show off, so this is pretty cool. Oh my gosh, I was about to fall. I was about to fall off the very ship. But again, thank you again so much to Sophie72 for the Sanctuary. If you guys did like it, show her some love. Go to Ylands, look up Sophie72, and get yourself the Sanctuary for 1,200 coins. Again, not bad. If you guys did like it, if you guys did like the video, please subscribe, like the video. It helps out the channel a lot. It actually helps us grow bigger, and we'll grow together. I really like that. Also, I apologize again, because for some reason I cannot find the freaking words to say today. Alright, again, if you guys did like it, leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, and yeah, bye-bye.